Welcome back, you lovely people. Could Bitcoin really go above $300,000 in this cycle? I mean, we're only at $50,000 now, and we're expecting the cycle to finish this year. So could we really go that high that quickly? Well, we're going to try and figure that out in this video. And we're going to be building on the work that we did in these two videos. So this one was discussing what our potential targets are for the length of the cycle. And that was coming in between the 19th of October and the 6th of January. And this video was talking about the price targets of going up to 325,000. So I'll link to both of those videos because we're using the same chart here. We're building on the analysis that we've done before, as we always do, and it's been working for us so far. And I want to add in one layer of analysis that I've been looking at today. So this is the same chart, but you can see I've added in the, what are these? Pinky horizontal lines. And this goes all the way back to 2013, which is this one over here. And what these lines are representing is what Bitcoin did after making the new all-time high. And that's important because we are at $50,000 right now, and the all-time high, $64,000, and we're moving up quickly. So we are going to be at the all-time high soon. And what happens after the all-time high? Well, we can certainly look at what has happened throughout history, the history of Bitcoin. So this is in 2013, and this was in October of 2013. After the first peak, then we had a mid-cycle shakeout, as we've just had, and then we went past the all-time high. And within 2 months, we had put in a cycle peak that was coming in around 727% increase from the all-time high. We then had a long bear market, as we always do, through the halving, and then we made a new all-time high again in 2017, in April 2017. And this time we didn't really have a double peak. We just went straight up to the cycle peak. So from April to the cycle peak in December, this was a gain of about 1,400%. And then we began the bear market again. We touched the all-time high in 2019, but got rejected. And then we did take out the all-time high in November at the end of last year. And from November through to our 64,000 all-time high in, when was it? That was in April. That was a 371% increase. Now we've had our mid-cycle shakeout again. And now we're coming in, hopefully, to take out the all-time high soon and looking at what we are hoping to achieve. And this is where we come back to the work that we've already done. So we have the potential cycle peak targets here. This is between October and January. And if I zoom in a little bit on this, so we can get very specific. So we have the 19th of January, which is based on the length of the 2017 cycle. The 15th of November, which is based on the block length because the blocks are being processed a little bit slower in this cycle. And we have the beginning of January, which was 150 days from the breakout of the most important trend line in crypto, because that's how many days it took in 2013 and 2017. So we've got a range there. We've also got the channel that we've been following, our log channel. Let me just zoom out again, which has served Bitcoin very well up until now. You can see connecting the cycle peaks. So we would expect to hit the top of this channel again. And if we're to do so in those timings, between the 19th of January, sorry, the 19th of October to the 9th of January or 6th of January, then that's a price of somewhere between 277,000 and 325,000. Does that seem realistic once we take out the all-time high? So I expect that we will do that over the next sometime in September. And then up until our target area, that's going to be somewhere between 375% increase and 451% increase. So let's use the top one. So does for a 451% increase seem realistic? Well, in 2013, which is probably the closest in terms of pattern to what we're experiencing, because we had the initial increase, the mid-cycle shakeout, then took out the all-time high. Then remember that was a 727% increase. So we only need a little more than half of that in order to achieve our top target of 325%. And of course, it's a lot less than what we saw in 2017. And it's only slightly more than what we've just experienced from October 2020 to April 2021. Bear in mind that we expect this to be the end of the cycle, where the price goes parabolic and we have the FOMO and the euphoria. Everybody piling in who said that they would never buy Bitcoin as it passes 100,000 and they don't want to get left behind. And the stories in the media, social media about the super cycle and the institutions coming in, and this time is different. Bitcoin's going to $1 million, etc. That's what we expect the environment to be like. I think a return of 451% from the all-time high is very, very realistic. You know, if anything, these targets could be quite conservative based on what we saw in 2013 and 2017, but better to have those conservative targets in place and then have them beaten for sure. So things are stacking up very nicely. The model continues to look as we would expect it to look. But of course, now we're entering the most important stage, the most exciting stage. And, you know, the what we've been building towards. So we'll be following it together. We will let the market show us what it wants to do. Of course, if we do not get this parabolic move, then we need to be prepared for that. And I will be doing content on that. And I did talk about it in this week's newsletter. So make sure you sign up. The link is in the comments. And if this video is useful, then please do like and share it. And I really thank you for your support. And I'll talk to you soon.